service. Hopefully that works. Give me 1 second. We'll make sure that we are live. Connecting to the software, and here we are. We are live. I still don't see it though. Come on, we're almost there. It's trying to. There we go. We got it. All right. So we are live. Welcome everybody, and welcome everybody in the chat. I see John Wayne's in the chat. He says, "Hey guys, you're now competing with Aviator at 7 p.m." I did not know that Aviator was doing a podcast again. I guess we'll have to be the better podcast. We got Steven Goodpasture. What's up, guys? Care PPG. Jim Senard is in the chat also. We got Tango Flies is chatting with us. We got Travis D in there, Plainfield PPG. And of course, all of us. So welcome to PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast, ClearPropTV.com and Paratalk.org. This is going to be a wonderful and amazing podcast tonight. But before we introduce our guest, Jerry Fly, we're going to be introducing our panel real quick. So we got ParamotorUSA.com, our very own Linda Anderson with her little pom-poms. Woot, woot, woot.
Hi, guys.
Glad you made it here, Linda. Welcome, and we appreciate you. You are our PR girl that takes care of us, and we appreciate you very much. You got a very famous son too that does a podcast on Thursdays. Tell us about that real quick.
Robert Michaels. You can find him on Thursday night at paraglidingtalk.com. It's really a very informative show. A lot with shenanigans. That's what I love about it. And yeah, y'all got to check it out on Thursday night. The place to be. Right, Bill? Bill knows. Bill's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you want to be on a show, make sure you get up with Linda Anderson. All you have to do is go to ParamotorUSA.com.
Oh, I'm dropping my pom-poms.
Oh, no. Don't drop your pom-poms.
I know. They fell apart.
Oh, my goodness. You need better pom-poms. I tell you what. We're going to be giving away a shirt tonight, so make sure you just don't sit in the background. We want to make sure that you do interact with us. Let us know that you're there. Say hi to Will Fly, because he's going to be putting you in the spinny wheel of winny things. Speaking about Will Fly, WillFlyPPG.com. How you doing, buddy? Glad that you made it here today.
Doing good. It's good to be here. Can't fly, but I can talk about flying.
There you go.
Now you do a lot of videos and stuff like that. How do we get up with your videos, and how do we see your shenanigans?
You can just look me up on YouTube, Will Fly, or just go to WillFlyPPG.com. New video coming, I promise. I've just been concentrating on growing my hair out, so
it's looking good. I'm growing my hair out too. Look at this. I got
yeah.
Really growing it out.
Yeah.
I'll be talking about that on some other media later on, but not tonight. So thank you, Will Fly. Appreciate it. Linda, glad that you're here. And of course, if you want to be on our show, just make sure you get up with Linda Anderson. Just go to ParamotorUSA.com. It does forward to her to her Facebook page. And then just say, hey, I want to be on ClearProp TV or PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast. We also got Jim from Canada. Hey, what's up, buddy? The only person I know that smells his money and goes, maple syrup. How you doing, Jim?
I'm sure everybody loves the smell of their money.
Oh, yeah. But, when yours smells like maple syrup, it's even better than the money smell, right?
That's probably true.
Now, real quick, you're over 100 flights. How many flights are you on right now?
I'm at, I believe, 104.
104. Awesome. You also been helping us with all sorts of cool multimedia stuff and printing stuff. You printed out the Paramotor calendar at paramotorcalendar.com. We're going to be doing some more this year. You print out decals, which is decals for you people here that don't know the Canada slang. How do we get up with you if we want something printed?
You can connect with me through carepp.com, or you can check out careppg.com, which is my YouTube channel, and I'll connect with it.
Awesome. And if you didn't get that because you were going in and out, it's carepp.com. Thank you very much. We also got Eric from ppglear.com. What's up, buddy?
Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Monday.
It is a fabulous Monday. Absolutely love it. You do a show on Tuesday with Shane, right? Tell us about that real quick.
We do. It's Shane, it's Will, it's Mark and it's myself. And we try to come up with some educational stuff for newer pilots or just any talk that we want to talk about on Tuesdays.
That's awesome. And how do we get there on Tuesday nights?
You can go to ppglear.com or look under the Tuesday Night Hangout on YouTube.
Awesome. Your wife does a podcast too, all about girls and girls just want to fly. Can you tell us about that since I don't see Jade here tonight?
Yeah, she does the Girls Just Want to Fly podcast on Wednesdays, and you can find her at paramotorgirl.com. And she has anything from actual astronauts that's gone up to space to females that want to fly and have not yet. So it's kind of a full spectrum of any female in the aviation industry.
Awesome. And how do we get up with her on Wednesday nights?
You can look her up, paramotorgirl.com or flyingflamingo.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, but it's not about us. It's not about me. It's not about the panel. Tonight's about Jerry Fly. Jerry Fly is an amazing paramotor pilot. Not only does he fly paramotors, but he got his instructor rating, so he does that also. He's also a dealer, but tell us a little bit about yourself, Jerry, and how you got into paramotors.
Well, I did it like most people. YouTube. I was originally going to be looking at getting my pilot license. At the time, I couldn't afford it, so started looking for alternative ways of flight. And a lot of people come across Tucker Gott first, right? I came across Andrew Fuller first. Started watching all Andrew Fuller's videos. And then I watched Dell's videos. I watched Captain Kurt's videos. And that's, finally I watched YouTube and watched videos, and probably well over a year before I finally bit the bullet and dropped the funds and actually went and, started to train. So
that's awesome. What does your shirt say? I see your shirt, but it's kind of crinkled. Let me see.
It's Patriot Paramotor. That's the brand. Yeah, that's the name of the company. Then
so that's your school?
Well. Yeah,
that's your school?
Yep.
Okay.
It's all about mainly, I guess you could say, it's about God, country, and paramotors is what it boils down to. So, and veterans and first responders.
Awesome. Well, do me a favor and let us know a little bit about your school. Shameless plug. Go ahead. You're on the podcast. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I will be training at a Hodges field where we have the Bad Apples flying, and I actually have a class coming up here soon in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, I'm just mainly doing it on the side. It's nothing that I'll be doing full time in the foreseeable future. Unfortunately, I wish it could pay the bills full time, but yeah, I will be doing some classes helping Darren Locklear out at Carolina PPG. We're doing some coalition together, so he might be coming down to help me some down here if I have a big class, or I might be going up there to help him some as well.
Okay, and you said that you're going to be giving away a shirt tonight, right?
Yep. Red or blue. I got red or blue of these type shirts, and then there's a big logo on the back.
All right, guys. So if you're in the chat, if you're watching us, make sure you say hi to Will Fly, tag him, and say, "Hey, I'm here, Will." That way he can put you in the spinning wheel of winning things. We talked a lot about you and what you've done over the last 6 years of flying, right? 6 years of flying?
Yeah, getting close to 6 years. Yep.
That is absolutely amazing. And then last year you went to, where'd you go to get your instructor's rating?
I went to Chad Bashian up at the Endless Foot Drag. I was in that class with like John Ripa and Rick Davies and stuff like that. We had a big class up there for 6 days. So it was a great class. Ron over at Lone Star Paramotor, great instructor. He helped lead it with Chad Bashian from the West Coast, and then Paul as well from up north.
Now, you said that you heard about Andrew Fuller first. Was it his SIV classes or his paramotor with the Sky?
When I first got into the sport, or when I was looking at, like, when I found paramotoring on YouTube, it was Andrew Fuller. And I think he was flying out at the paramotor or at Black Hawk Ranch. And then his motor, I think he blew like a piston in his motor, and he had a motor out, and then it shows him riding the four-wheeler, and he's got his dog on the front. That was probably one of the one of the first videos I remember seeing about paramotoring. And then, of course, I saw, other people like Dell, Tucker, Captain Kurt, and then other people. There was a gentleman that I used to watch too. He used to fly a flat top as well, but then I don't know, he kind of like went MIA, but I used to watch a lot of his videos as well. But yeah, found it on YouTube like a lot of people, just not Tucker Got It. It was Andrew Fuller this time.
That's crazy. Now, you did say that you heard of Super Dell and Flight Junkies, Captain Kurt. What'd you finally do as far as training?
I finally, I went to Captain Kurt. That's where I originally trained from. The training I think was great, even still to this day. I think he put on a good class. I can't speak for other classes that he's put on, but when I was there, it was a good class. He's a very safe instructor when I was there. I mean, I think the biggest thing, it just honestly was the fresh breeze weight. I mean, foot launching a fresh breeze, it's a big learning curve in itself, especially with the torque and everything. I remember one of my first flights, the torque was so bad, it almost spun me around. That's how bad it was. So, but yeah, and I'm a bigger guy, so like I've never had that problem with a Moster 185 that like I fly now. But yeah, I mean, as far as the training goes, it was really good. I got like 4 or 5 flights up there with him in Ohio, and I came back here. And I struggled a lot here in Georgia, but then I got in the community, and a lot of pilots here in the local community here in Georgia, like my buddy Mike Riley, Nick LeBluff, a lot of those guys helped me, move further and, start launching easier. And then I eventually sold the Fresh Breeze. And I was one of the first people to have a Adventure Pluma in the States. And like, it was a game changer for me as far as like, launching, landing, whole 9 yards. It was just made things night and day easier. So definitely weight is a big deal. And then the modern technology as far as harnesses go.
And when we were talking in the pre-show, you said that the Fresh Breeze has higher hang points.
Yeah.
And...
Yep. I was on a J-bar system, like the old school, I guess you could say, J-bar system with the high hang points where you got the little J-bars right here hanging over you. So I didn't have the comfort. I eventually changed to the comfort bars that were more like here. But yeah, it didn't help me too much.
Comfort bars like the flat top or the Angel?
No, they got bars. I guess you could say they're similar, and they're fixed hang points that come out right here. Like, like I guess you say mid hang point level. But yeah, it was a learning curve in itself to launch it. Once you launch it, you're good. I mean, you had to pull yourself in the seat, climb up high, and then stow your brakes, and then make sure you obviously stow your brakes, and then pull yourself in the harness. So, yeah, a lot of difference than modern frames today.
And you had the Symons 135, and you said that was a very good motor, right? I mean, how long?
Oh yeah,
they're pretty solid
very
and
reliable motors. Like, yeah, I mean, it had power. I don't think it's as strong as a Moster 185, but yeah, the reliability of the motor is next to none. Like, a buddy of mine here in Georgia, Dave, he flies a Nirvana, which is a Symons motor as well. Man, that thing, it's Old Faithful. That thing always fires up. It don't matter if it hadn't ran in a couple months, if it's cold outside, hot outside, it always fires up and runs. And I don't even think he's ever had a motor out on it. So, but yeah, they're reliable motors for sure.
That's awesome. Is it similar to like a Atom 80? I got Atom 80, and it can be sitting around for 6 months, and you pull it one time and it starts. I mean, is it something like that?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I know when Kurt does the whole, on his videos about the, first pull, second pull thing, like those motors do fire up like that. If you keep them up and, do their routine maintenance on them, they do fire up like that. They're reliable motors. I mean, I would not mind flying one at all if I was on a trike.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I might have you ever flown a trike? I know that you do foot launch. Have you ever flown a trike?
I flew a trike one time, and that was years ago. It was probably at the first Bad Apples that I went to. Didn't have a problem with it. I enjoyed it. Like, I definitely want to put that in my arsenal of, if I don't feel like, foot launching when the grass is wet at like early AM flight, it'd be nice to not slide 30 feet when you come into landing, praying that you're going to land on your feet still and not slip on the wet grass. But yeah, there's definitely perks to a trike. Goal this year though is to get a tandem trike with a tandem wing, and so I can do introductory flights for students. And I'm going to get my tandem exemption at this year's endless foot drag probably.
Ah, that's
Yep.
good.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Eric, I know that you got a couple of questions from the chat. Can you ask them real quick?
Yeah, Nick Griffith wants to know what your go-to wing is.
Now it's a Dudek Drift Air 20 meter. That's my newest wing. You know, it's a learning curve for me because it's the hottest wing I ever owned. But I mean, it's rock solid. I love it. Like cuts through, turbulence really good. I know it's like, I guess you could say it's entry level slalom. It's a great all around wing. I got it to keep up with some of my friends here in Georgia that, they fly hotter wings like Snake XXs, or they're on a Warp, or they're on a, smaller, Hadron XX or something like that. When they do cross countries, I got it to keep up with them. Normally I would be flying a Sky Sema Power that I'm overweight on. Basically it's an updated Dominator wing is what it is. It's what like Andrew Fuller uses in his SIV clinics. So if I'm going to learn something or try to do something, out of my comfort zone, I'm definitely going to be on a AB wing to learn it first.
So you said Andrew Fuller and SIVs. So any SIVs or any SIVs in the future?
I haven't been yet, but Andrew Fuller has been trying to get me down there for the longest time. I have helped him a lot, as far as when he was up here before he moved down to Florida, I helped him film some videos and stuff like that. I've learned a lot from him. He's a great guy, probably one of the best pilots in the country, at least in my book. Knows his stuff. And I got to take the time and actually go send it. So. But yeah, in the foreseeable future, I will be doing SIV clinics, probably more than one.
That's awesome. You said that you are flying a 20-meter wing, but you said you're a big guy. What is your all-up weight?
I'm right on the top. I guess you could say I'm on the top side, top weight range. I'm right at 200 pounds. I prefer to fly on the heavier side of a wing. I just, make it more dynamic for me, but not too much. Like it's not competition weight range, but I prefer to be on the heavier side of a wing. Now, obviously, if I was, doing free flight or something like that, I wouldn't be. I'd be more of a, I guess you could say, middle of the rate range. But it's just a personal preference. I like to fly a little bit heavy on the heavier side. To me, it's a little bit more collapse resistant and stuff like that. But as far as that drift air is concerned, it would take an act of God to get that thing to do a collapse. Like it's the technology behind it, the stark nose and all that stuff. It's a phenomenal wing. And, I did a lot of research on it, talked to a lot of people that fly that wing before I actually decided to go with it. So, but yeah, I'm loving the wing.
Okay. I think we got a statement from Kelby Cox. Eric, you want to read that?
Yeah, Kelby says he lives in Warner Robins and they have a small group that flies here.
Okay. Yeah, I know some guys down that way. Maybe it's Mark and Sean. I know that Sean, the brothers, maybe it's one of them. I think they're down that way, or all Benny. But definitely, yeah.
Okay.
I'd love to come down here and fly. It's better. It's flatter ground down there than from being north of Atlanta. So better smooth air as soon as you get above the tree line.
Absolutely. And don't forget too, over at ppgzone.com, you can get yourself a free account there. It's kind of like a Facebook for paramotor people, paramotor pilots, or people that want to get into it. And they have an interactive map. So if you sign up, you'll be able to see all the pilots or people that want to be pilots in your area. So that's something to think about too, guys.
Definitely.
Any questions on the panel?
I got another one.
Okay.
What's Nick Griffith wants to know, where's Jerry's favorite place he flew?
I would say if we're talking Georgia, definitely at Hodges Field at the Bad Apples, flying. It's one of those things where just being around the community and all these other pilots and the things we do outside of flying, just talking, walking around after we fly, but the scenery is top notch at Bad Apples. I call it, I know Mike Mixer's already stole the name Field of Dreams, but literally to me, that's the Field of Dreams. What we're launching on, what we're landing on, you can't beat it. but yeah, just the farmland, and then I like flying the beach a lot. I go down to Pensacola. We fly Panama City some, but me and Carl and George, or well, George didn't make that trip this time, but me and Carl went and flew Pensacola and Navarre, and we got about 8-9 miles of stretch of beach, and we met up with some local pilots down there, like Jacquees Burton or Jack Burton. And yeah, I love flying the beach. I guess you could say if I'm not flying like open farmland and outs everywhere, I would definitely say down in the beach.
Other than the SIV, I've never really flown at a beach, but I definitely want to fly motors at the
Don,
beach.
you got to come and meet us sometime and go down there. It's dude, I love it.
I really do. I wanna. Matter of fact, next time I go down to see Andrew and do an SIV, I'll bring my motor and go fly.
Well, here's an invite for you, Sean. If you show up early, I'm going to be down at Bad Apples pretty early helping set up, but I'm going to be down there extremely early before anybody else, just to, do some tasks that Tim Gaskins asked me to do. But if you get down there early, we can take off and go down to the beach and fly a day or two if you got the time.
Of all the fly-ins this year, I will definitely go to Bad Apples. And if you got that invite to go a little bit earlier to fly at the beach, I think I'm going to take you up, bud.
Yeah, definitely. We'll send it. We'll go down there. Yeah. It won't be that far of a drive. We probably got about 2 to 3 hours from there, I believe. So
well, driving all the way to Bad Apples, 3 more hours is nothing, I suppose. I mean, really, it's like 3 hours is like no big deal. I mean, I could do that staying on my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got a question for Jerry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So God Country Paramotors, that's basically that's your theme, right? So how did you come about that? Did you serve?
No, unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to serve. I wish I would have, but my brother did. My brother did a couple tours in Iraq and almost died in Iraq. And I'm a real big, I'm all about patriotism and stuff like that. I'm all about, veterans, first responders like police officers and, stuff like that. I get that question a lot because I guess it maybe the haircut or something, people ask that I serve or not. But yeah, I got family members that have. So I hold it dear to heart. And, I'm a real big fan of like Resurgence PPG and what they do over there. So yeah, that's where I guess you could say I came up with the name. And then, obviously, if you can see close enough, the prop is in the shape of a cross.
Right on.
So, yeah, definitely. So, it's one of those things that I make jokes all the time that, when I fly, I pray a lot more because I'm up there. Sometimes I'm like, man, I'm up here. I'm just like looking around. I'm like, man, I'm held up here by some strings and stuff. I'll start praying.
Yeah. Who else are you going to talk to?
Yeah, but yeah, that's where it came up from. It's some of my favorite things. I love my country, I love God, and I love paramotors. So
right on. And yes, Resurgence PPG rocks. If I haven't said it.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Do you know a guy named Dave Mirion?
Yeah, Dave's one of my good buddies that fly locally. I was just with him this past weekend.
He wants to know who Jerry's favorite PPG flying buddy is.
Well, then it should be Dave. But locally, yeah, it's my go-to. We're like a tripod. It's Dave Mirion and Mike Riley. And Mike Riley does the Paramotor Co. T-shirts. If y'all been seeing those around. But yeah, I mean, I got a lot of friends all over the country, like Sean Hayden, Darren Locklear, Carl and George down in Florida. I mean, you name it. That's the beauty about this. You meet so many people from different walks of life and you make, everlasting friendships with people like this, and it doesn't matter where they come from or what they did or in their past. It's, it's all about the community. So something I love about this sport, even when we're not flying. So it's, I've pretty much, I guess you could say locally, I've lost all my friends that don't fly paramotors. I only hang out with my fellow pilots. like for example, when I go out this coming up weekend, me and Dave is going to get a beer and hopefully Mike Riley and whoever else wants to join. I haven't invited no friends outside of pilot community. So
Nothing wrong with that.
I understand. I'm there with you. It's like, I understand.
That's what I love about getting people on the show, and go out, I look for my guests, like who can I put on there or whatever. Because
Yeah.
some of them, I'm not gonna say no names or anything, but it's so gratifying. I get these guys on here that are like, oh my God, I don't know if I can go on there. Nobody knows me, this and that. Once they get on there and kind of break the ice, because I tell them it's all about just helping each other, giving
Definitely.
each other advice. It's not
Yeah.
about who's better than who. That's why we do the show. And
Mm,
I tell you what, the transformation, once, I get these guys, I get them out, they come on there and then they figure out, oh my gosh. Then people share where the fly-ins are at. And then pretty soon, they share their YouTube slides, where they fly and stuff. And it opens up a whole new world for them. And that, to me, I don't even fly, but I just love doing this because it's very gratifying. And like you, Jerry,
yeah.
I love my country and I love God and everything. And yeah, this is where I like to be. You guys are my peeps, man. That's it.
Definitely.
We're your
Yeah.
peeps and you're our peeps, definitely.
There you go.
For
Parachute.
sure.
Yeah.
Pair of
Yeah.
peeps.
Okay, back to you.
Pair of peeps, is that like a pair of socks? Pair of
Pair of
pants,
peeps.
pair of
Pair of
pants,
peeps.
pair of gloves.
Parachute, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you guys rock. You all do.
Sounds awesome.
I learn something every time. Every time I get a guest on the show, I learn something about them and everything. And it's all good. It's all good. So thank you so much. Thank you, Jerry, for coming on the show. I have to say that.
Definitely. Thank you for having me.
And also, too, we're going to be giving away a t-shirt tonight. So make sure you say hello in the chat. Give us that thumbs up if you're able to. It definitely helps a lot. So, Jerry, what are some of your adventures that you've done? I'm sure that you've flown some sort of adventures or cross countries that, was just wow and awesome. And tell us about that if you're able to.
Definitely. I'm more of, I guess you could say I'm more of a, cross country pilot, views pilot. I'm not a big acro person. I love to watch my buddies do acro and watch them do it safely, take pictures of them doing it. But I would say like beach flying, like me and Carl probably flew, I would say probably about 300 miles in about 4 days when we were down at the beach. I mean, we hit it perfectly with the weather, the wind direction. It was a great time. I would say getting above the clouds the few times that I have, I guess, yeah, a few times that I have, one of them being at Hodges Field, got above the clouds and it was great. And then the most memorable flight, I guess you could say I had was the last flight of last year's Bad Apples. And it was Dave, it was just to say names, y'all might know some of them, Sean Hayden, it was Glenn Tupper was with us. Phil, Mike Riley, Mike Lang. We had a big group of guys and we went on a very long cross country over the rock quarry, hit the silos, doing back and forth, flying low, but not doing nothing, crazy or dangerous. But like, yeah, I mean, we went on a huge cross country to finish up the flying. And that was probably the most memorable flight I had.
Yeah, that rock quarry is pretty awesome with those really pretty colors and stuff. The water and stuff. That was really awesome. I really enjoyed that too. I don't know about the silos, so I guess I missed that.
Yeah, they're all past that. Yeah, we found them last year. So like, yeah, it was, it was just watching everybody flying up next to each other. Carl was there. George was there. Like, I mean, it was just a big group. I would say about 10 to 15 of us. And like, I knew everybody by their wing, who they, who was next to me and whatnot. It was a great time, man. It was just, there's no accidents, that last day or anything crazy like that. Everybody came in. The weather was perfect. It was just a camaraderie of it was just amazing. Like, and the fellowship and the community that was there. I mean, for it to be so big and it be so successful and whatnot, it was an amazing time. It's going to be hard to beat it.
Awesome. So here we are at 7:30. It's halfway through our podcast. I forgot to ask you, how long do we have you for tonight?
Oh, I can be on it. Yeah, at least another 30 minutes or more.
Okay, good. Because if you're going to say, a couple hours, don't say that because we probably would. we have been known to go for 4 or 5 hours on a podcast when it's
Oh, wow.
But that was like when no one's flying, it was during the winter time, COVID and stuff like that. I don't think we're going to do that now. Any questions on the panel or in the chat?
I'll go if I do have one question for Jerry. If you're an instructor, right? Paramotor instructor.
Sir. Yeah, newer instructor. Yes.
So, what's your favorite thing about teaching people to fly paramotors?
I would say my favorite thing to see is their face when they land after that first flight, and they hear their experience and what they say. But it's something I'm very passionate about. It's not something. If anybody that's an instructor, everybody knows we don't do this for the money. It's about the passion of the sport and the growing of the sport and to keep people safe doing it, and hopefully spread that safety and everything to the next person. And hopefully they make good decisions. And, obviously our sport isn't regulated and we like to keep it that way. So we have that true freedom of what we get to do. But yeah, it's just, passing that safety along and, seeing that face when they land and their experience and hear them explain it. So it's nothing like it.
Yeah.
And you make everlasting friendships from this. I have to say that all my friends outside of paramotoring, I hardly ever talk to anymore. It's kind of bad. I hate to say that, but it's something that comes along with this sport and this community. So
JP wants to know if Jerry Fly and Will Fly are related. Well, I guess we got the same last name.
There we go.
I love your energy, man. Good ambassador.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right.
So any other questions before we continue?
Nope. That's why I gravitate to the paramotor world, and I just because you guys have energy. You're always just, I don't know, you always push yourself to do better, and that helps me too. So like I said, even though if I don't fly, but just watching you guys and everything, I gravitate to the positive. It's called positive energy, and it helps me every day. It does. So.
Hey, Jerry, some of this, I don't want to mention names, but Deweese is asking, she signed in late and she wants to know where you're from.
I'm from, I guess you could say I'm just from north of Atlanta. I'm from Cobb County originally. So I grew up around Marietta, Kennesaw area.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Fly-ins. You said that you are definitely going to be going to Bad Apples. What other fly-ins are you going to be doing this year, and what other fly-ins have you done in the past?
Let's see. So I'm definitely 100% committed to Bad Apples, and I'm 100% committed to the endless foot drag. Those are the main two I will definitely hit every year. I wish the Palm Bay flying was still going on down at the compound. That's a great, phenomenal flying that Eric put on. I wish, we could get that going again, but yeah, definitely the endless foot drag and Bad Apples this year. And I hope don't quote me on it, but I hope to make Dave Purden's fly-in as well.
Definitely would like to do that.
And then I wish Beach Blast would come back. That'd be another great fly-in too. So if it came back, I'd definitely make the time to make it to that one. So
have you ever done or wanted to go over to what's the one over in the Salt Lakes? The what's that fly?
Glamis or the Salton Sea?
Yeah, Salton Sea. Isn't the circus over there too?
Yeah, the circus. We talked about going, I talked to some local guys. Actually, Dave Mirian that was in the chat, he actually went out west by himself and did a month-long trip flying around everywhere and hitting different states and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely would love to make the Salton Sea eventually. Kind of threw me for a loop. I was talking to people about it, man, make sure you take one of your older wings when you go, because man, they're gonna get very dirty after going to Salton Sea once. So yeah, but yeah, if I get to make it, maybe next year I might make Salton Sea.
Okay. Now, you said you're a dealer and you are able to get a bunch of different types of wings and paramotors and stuff like that. Which paramotors and wings have you gravitated towards? I know, funny because you fly the Gravity, but
Yeah.
what do you kind of like the best? Not particular the best motors or wings, but what have you liked about them as far as motors and wings?
I would say wing wise, I really like Dudek. I love their quality. I love their technology. Sky, they're another good one as well. They make very good wings. They've been around for a very long time. They make their stuff in house like Dudek does as well. So the quality control is really good. I do. I like BGD as well. BGD is another good one. I'm actually using those for my students now because obviously with COVID and stuff backed up, they're easily available. So, but yeah, they're another great wing. I like the Luna and the Magic. As far as motors go, I would say, I like Gravity, and why I like Gravity is the rigidity of the cage. The cage doesn't flex. I like to do power forwards. I love the safety features on it, like the strap that's on the back where it connects to the frame itself, like the arm. It has a backup safety that basically if that bolt or that system ever snapped, you got a lanyard that's holding onto that arm so it doesn't send you into a spiral. That's another safety feature I like about it. The netting's very tight. It's very small holes in the netting, so the odds of getting a brake toggle through it is very slim. But yeah, there's other frames I like. I like Power to Fly's products. I like the titanium frame. I'm a dealer through Darren Locklear in Carolina PPG with him. I like the SkyTap frame. I really like the SkyTap. I like Andrew Fuller's new frame that he's came out with the weight shift arms and everything. So,
The
but yeah,
Spartan.
the Spartan. Yeah, it's a good setup. It's rock solid. The cage doesn't flex either, and it's a single hoop too. He's making a very good product. He's actually, I think he's going to be set up with me this year at Bad Apples. So yeah, he'll have some of those out there. So I haven't got the fly one yet, but I'm excited to. So. But yeah, that's what I gravitate towards. I look for a lot of safety features as far as the netting, the cage, how it doesn't have flex and stuff like that. I had a Pluma for years, and that was my biggest gripe. It's great frame, but I just didn't like how the frame wasn't as stern. I do power forwards and stuff like that, and I've had it snap on me here and there. But nothing to say bad about the Venture Pluma. It's a great frame, but yeah, that I just look for certain things that because my type of flying and launching. So
Absolutely. Now you've had the Seminini 135. You had the Mosters 185s. I'm assuming that you've worked on other motors, being a school. What have you? You said that the 780 135 is a really rock solid.
yeah, I never had a problem out of the Seminini at all. Like when I had the Fresh Breeze, I didn't have a problem out of it. I didn't hear many people having problems out of it. And I know other, like Nirvana, that's another good frame that I like as well. And their motors are Simoninis. And like, that's what I was talking about in the chat, Dave. Like that thing's old faithful. That thing doesn't never go down. Like, I mean, we went out and flew and this past weekend and he didn't, I think he hasn't flown since we were down at Hodges a couple months ago. Thing fired right up. He never has a motor out. I mean, it's a trustful motor. You can fly with confidence with it.
Awesome. Now remember, guys, in about 20 minutes, we're going to be doing the spinning wheel of winning things to give away a t-shirt tonight. So please make sure you say hello or say something in the chat. Definitely make sure that you say hello to Will Fly as he's putting all of your names in the spinning wheel of winning things. Remember, must be present to win. Eric, was there any other questions in the chat that we need to talk about?
Yeah, we got a few questions here. Luis wants to know, has Jerry had any scary incidences in he would like to share? Also, kind of along that, what's been your best flight that you've ever had?
Scary instances. I wouldn't say I've had too many scary flights. Normally I'm a very cautious pilot by nature. I don't want to be a statistic, I guess you could say. So I don't want to be one of those, oh, he died doing what he loved. So, I always want to put the odds in my favor, and I suggest everybody do that. Flying early morning, late evenings, obviously until you progress and you want to fly thermals and stuff like that. But, I've had one, I guess you could say one major collapse, and it was just a big wingtip collapse. Rocked me, and time I looked up, I was on a Dudek Universal, and time I looked up, it was already opened. These wings are made to, fly. So, I mean, I feel very safe on a wing, but if I go up and I don't like what I'm feeling, I'll turn it around and land, even if all my buddies are up. Everybody's got a bump tolerance, and I prefer to fly in smooth air, and, so I can go hands off, take pictures, whatever, go live on Facebook or something like that. So that's normally why I steer clear of, any trashy air. Have I been in it? Like, yes, but like I'll normally turn around and land if I'm not liking what I'm feeling. To me, that's a big thing with people, like especially new students and stuff. Don't feel peer pressure, because all your buddies are up flying around you, and they go up an hour or two before it gets dark, and they're still thermals, and the winds are shifting a little bit. Some people will fly a lot more and trashier stuff. So, but me personally, I'm very cautious. So, I'll wait. I'll watch windsocks. I'll watch people's wings to see if they're yawning and stuff like that before I actually send it. So, but yeah, so that's why I've had, I guess you could say, less occurrences of anything that kind of freaked me out really bad. So
That makes sense. I know that I am really good at when I go out and I'm ready to fly. If I don't feel it, if there's something weird, it's like if I blow a launch, I'm just going to pack up and put it away and not fly. I don't need to fly if it's not clear up here. If I'm going to be going out and doing a bunch of foot dragging and staying low, I don't wear my reserve, which is a front mount. Do you have a reserve?
Yes. I wear a side mount reserve. I wear a Sky Reserve 3.
What's
to me,
size? What size is it?
135. Yeah, 135 size. So it's
And
rated up to, like, I think 310 pounds, I believe it is. So
okay.
yeah, obviously if I go trike and stuff like that, I'll definitely be getting a bigger reserve and stuff for like that. But yeah, I mean, I like Chris Santa Croce's view on it. Like, hey, one day if you got to throw it, hey, be happy. You get to use this thing finally, use it. Like, I mean, I talk to students, I'm like, hey, if you ever get in a bad situation or, you think you need it, then you need it. Use it. Don't be afraid of it. Use it. It's there to save you. It's there to be there for you. And, it's another arsenal in your tool bag,
Totally agree. And I hate watching videos of somebody trying to fix their wing and they have a perfectly good reserve or two and they hit the ground. It's like, throw it. It's like no one will ever say anything bad about throwing a reserve. That is for you and for your life. Absolutely.
Definitely. And another thing, like I hear a lot of people say, oh, if you're not 500 feet up, it's no good. It ain't going to help you anyways. That's very untrue. I've heard of instances where one of my main importer for Sky, Jason, he's a paraglider pilot, mainly free flight. His reserve saved his life at about 152 feet. So they definitely work, and situational. So like definitely, it's more fabric up in the air is going to slow your fall. So keep that in mind. So
Exactly. More fabric, the better. Now, at your school or have you ever like repacked your reserve or do you send it off or how does that work for you?
I've sent mine off in the past, but I will be helping. And I don't know if I should say this yet or not, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. He might get mad at me, but I'm going to be helping Andrew Fuller repack reserves at this year's Bad Apples. We got a lot already lined up from people. So it might be limited access to it, but yeah, we're doing a reserve repack. So I'm learning that through Andrew Fuller this year. I'm going to be helping him.
Oh, it's really awesome. I think it's really good. Now you're supposed to get your reserve repacked every year, and your reserve is only good for about 10 years. What do you think about that as far as like maybe I don't want to send mine out. I've had it packed for 2 years. Will it still open or is it completely ruined?
I would definitely send it out. You need to let it air out, let it get to that mold of just coming out and open. I mean, same thing with wings. I think everybody should follow their inspections and, send it out to like Eric DeFore's wife or Shannon Michaels is where I send mine wings to. And like, if you're not sure about something, then send it off. Like, I mean, this is a very what we do in itself, you don't want to have any mental thought while you're up there. You want to feel like, yeah, my wing's good, my reserve's good, I'm good. So if you ever have any doubts about, if your wing's trimmed, send it off, get it checked. We got great people that do that. So definitely do that by the book.
Absolutely. I agree with you. In the chat, let me know, do you have a reserve? Do you send it off every year? Do you send your wing off every 100 hours or every year? I would like to know what you guys do. And don't forget, thumbs up really helps us out. In about 15 minutes, we're going to be spinning that spinning wheel of winning things for a t-shirt. So make sure you say hello to Will Fly. Definitely appreciate you guys joining us tonight. I know there's other places you could be and do, and you could be out flying probably, but you're here, so we definitely appreciate you. Thank you very much. Do we have any other questions in the chat, Mr. Eric?
Not really a question. Phil, he kind of had a question for the panel. He feels the motor, cage harness rather, is as much about the fit of one's body as its weight. Do you agree? So basically, I think he's asking, do you, when you find a cage or a harness that fits you, will you add a little weight to get one that fits you well, or would you shave a little weight off one that doesn't fit you well? My answer to that would be, if you're comfortable, a pound or two isn't a bad thing, because the last thing you want to do is be uncomfortable.
Yeah, I personally fly Dudek comfort seat harness. It's normally on the heavier end of other harnesses, I guess you could say, but it's so comfortable. I love everything about it. It's a very solid, comfortable harness. So like, I'll sacrifice a pound or however much more it weighs than others just for that comfortability.
Well, the thing is too, 16 ounces of water that you drink is a pound. So, if you are worried about an extra pound, don't drink that water, and don't, have that water, on your paramotor when you take off. It's amazing. Gas is only 6 pounds a gallon, where water is about 8 pounds a gallon. So the more water you put on your paramotor, or the more water weight you have on you, the heavier it is. I like the comforts seats personally. The ones that flip out and scoop up underneath your knees when you're flying, that's pretty good. How about the rest of you guys?
Totally agree with the I want to be comfortable.
Also too, I fly the SkyTap Angel. It's not really, to me, it's not heavy, but it has the skids, and I don't have to put it on anything. I can just drag it out to where I need to go. I lay out my wing. I clip my wing into the SkyTap while it's on the ground, and then when I'm ready, I sit down in it, buckle myself up, start it up, lean forward, and after I rev it up and I'm ready to do a forward inflation, it's only on my shoulders for less than a minute. So I really don't care that it's a heavy frame. It's a solid frame. I am going to get a titanium. What am I going to get? It's a Corsair 172 with the titanium frame. I think it has a Dudek comfort seat. So I'm going to be getting one of those too, and going to be trying that out also. Like I said, I got that little Atom 80, which I'm going to try to fly one of these days when I have some heavier wind. And,
take it to the beach.
You know what?
That'd be a good one.
I might have to try that. I think it'd be pretty neat.
Hey, we got to give a shout out to Darren Locklear. He just donated $20 to your show, Sean.
Oh, thank you very much,
Awesome.
Darren. Appreciate you, buddy. Awesome. Thank you. That will definitely help out.
And Bill H said that some old people care about weight of their paramotors.
Old people. Yeah.
Old people.
I understand. I mean, my back is not the best. I'm not a young kid anymore. Matter of fact, I'm a grandpa, hence the PPG grandpa, right? I can't carry weight on my back very long. So being able to, sit down, start it up, and then stand up and go for a forward inflation and be in the air within 30 seconds, to me is much better than to have like an Atom 80 on my back and I'm, clipping in, I'm standing up, I'm clipping in, I'm bending over, and I'm walking around with a paramotor on my back. I don't know. To me, that's kind of heavy. And I also got that clip-on a trike that I can use. So I don't have to carry anything on my back, but I love to foot launch. Oh my God. It's like my favorite. And
You got the comfort seat harness on your SkyTap, Sean?
no, I got the original. It's not,
Original?
yeah, it's not that comfortable, but I still, when I go out and fly, I fly for 2.5 hours.
There you
So
go.
every time I fly, I'm doing 2.5 hours, averaging about 60 miles of flight. So I do a lot of maintenance on my motor, a lot of maintenance. Well, PMs. I do a lot of, preventative maintenance on it. And I do all my 25, 50, 75, and 100-hour maintenance. And the 200 hours maintenance when I got to replace the piston is still not that bad. How many maintenances and do you keep up with your motor maintenance and stuff like that? And what do you think people should do as far as like their motor maintenance? So I know I've heard a lot of people say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What is your what's your goal?
I think you should follow the routine maintenance that, like, if you're flying a Visorati, you should definitely follow that routine maintenance. I change my plug like every 8-9 hours to 10 hours, somewhere around there, just because, I think pre-flights are very important as far as looking at your motor. Like, for example, this motor I currently got, I've had to tweak the carb multiple times. I mean, it's so finicky, and I've never, my Pluma that had the same motor wasn't as bad like that. It wasn't like that. Once I got it broken in really good, wasn't a problem. But this one, I've tweaked it every time before I go fly almost. But I mean, I guess it's different elevations because I've been going from North Georgia to Hodges Field to down to the beach or, Florida. So had to tweak it by like a little, not even a quarter turn just to make sure it's, it's hitting right when you hit that throttle. So. But yeah, definitely follow the routine maintenance guide for sure, like the carb maintenance and then your 100-hour maintenance and stuff like that.
Awesome. We're about 5 minutes from spinning the spinning wheel of winning things. You must be present to win. We are going to be giving away a T-shirt. Jerry, can you let us know what the T-shirt looks like? And
it's this right here, but it's in blue and red, and then there's a big logo on the back. Let me know if you can see it. I'll try to make sure you can see it. The big American flag with the same logo down the center of the American flag. Can y'all see that?
Yeah, kind of. It's cool.
Yeah, I'll post it in the chat.
We do have a question in the chat.
You
may know this guy. Oh, we have a question in the chat. You may know this guy. His name is Darren Locklear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. He's wanting to know who does your hair.
Darren does, actually. I fly up there and Darren does my hair,
Nice. Okay.
Got the Peaky Blinders comb over with the hard part right here.
There you go.
Is that Darren Locklear with Carolina PPGs? The same Darren?
I believe that's him. Yeah, he's good people.
And Phil said that you can't see your butt when you were turned around.
Oh, man.
This is supposed to be rated PPG. So, no more showing butts, right?
Daniel Roush wants to know if he doesn't win a shirt tonight, where can he buy one?
I will definitely have a bunch of them down if he's coming down to the Bad Apples fly-in. But yeah, if he wants to message me privately, I can definitely ship him one. No problem.
Good deal.
I'm trying to go over everything over here in the chat to see what people have said. A lot of people in the chat. Let me just say hello to everybody. I'm going to scroll up a little bit, make sure I got everybody. That way, everybody that's listening to this podcast, audio wise, you guys will be able to hear who is in the chat. Make sure you guys go here. We got Mark McElroy from ParalifePPG.com. If you haven't been over to ParalifePPG.com, you definitely need to go there. He has amazing merch and his shirts are freaking awesome. Got Flying Flamingo Jade, Eric PPG Lear, Will Fly, David Marion, Kelby Cox, Daniel Roosh, Will Fly, Phil Phil, what's your last name? Huker. I'm sorry if I messed that up. We got Bill H. Hey, always good to see Bill H. He's always in the chat, always comes to all the shows. He's really awesome. We got Travis D. I say D because we need to get together, Travis, because I'm not sure which way to say your last name. Every time I say it, I feel like I'm saying it the wrong way. So I try to say it the other way, and apparently that's the wrong way. Deweese Milstead's in the house. PPG, the other Nick. What's up, the other Nick? Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. I'm scrolling through lots of talking here. I'm glad you guys are hanging out and chatting in the chat. Paramotor Steve is in here also. What's up, Paramotor Steve? Tango Flies, Gary Symons. Man, just so many people here. Thank you guys so much for chatting here and just hanging out with us. John Wayne, I think I already said John Wayne. He's one of our supporters for the show, and for the and for my YouTube channel. So we definitely thank you. JP Tulo's in the house. What's up, JP? He's in the he's in here because he doesn't want to do the spinning wheel of Winnie things tonight. We got Nick Griffith. Nick Griffith won the last time that we did shirts. So congratulations on that. We'll probably win this time too, won't you? So once again, if you guys have not said anything in the chat, make sure you say something. So you're in the spinning wheel of Winnie things. We got Angela Preslick, Tommy Sutherland is in the house too. Yankee Paramotor, Slow Days. Man, just so many people are yapping and oh, Walter from Down Under. You know what that means? Walter is here from Australia. That means tomorrow.
Awesome.
Tomorrow is a go. We are okay. There will be a tomorrow. Thank you for being here. David Ruff is in the house. What's up, David? Good to see you, bud. Let's see. Just tons of chatting. I wish I could. You know what? I go through the chat like the next day when I'm not hosting. There's just so much going on. Darren Locklear donated $20. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. That definitely helps out with the show. Just tons of chatting. My goodness. If you guys have not come over here and watched a live show, you definitely need to do that. Every Monday night at 7 p.m. Lots of people talking. Great people on the show. Lots of amazing guests. You can learn a lot of things. We're 2 minutes from spinning the spinning wheel of Winnie things. It's I mean, we're just so close. Remember, you guys got to be here to win. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, make sure you hit the thumbs up, or just go like this. You know, if you can't, just give me thumbs up. I can't see it, but I just, you know, it's just the feeling of giving the thumbs up. That's all you need to do, right? Jerry Fly, got a couple minutes before we're going to spin the spinning wheel of Winnie things. Oh, Brooke's in the house too. What's up, Brooke? Good to see you, bud.
Brooke Sheffield.
Yep. What's up, Brooke?
What's up, Brooke? That's another one I got to give a shout out to. Brooke Sheffield, Pinnacle PPG with him and Mark. Definitely be hopefully doing some coalition training with him and Mark in the foreseeable future, hopefully. So,
yeah, they call him PPG Pirate. You know what the PPG shoot, I forgot the joke with pirate. I forgot the joke with pirate.
I'm about to hear that joke, Brooke.
Yeah, what's that joke with pirate? Brooke, I think that I'm gonna mute you. You got something going on in the background. Got a lot of reverb or something. I think the video is going on.
Should be.
Yeah, it's still going. Oh, why are pirates always mad? They just are.
Wait. There's something special for that. Let's see here.
There's what?
Wait. There it is.
Was that a drum beat?
Hey, I'm going to go on the record too to clear things up.
Oh,
It
okay.
is pronounced DuPont.
DuPont.
Now, if he corrects me on this one, I will never pronounce his last name ever again.
DuPont. Okay, because I think I said DuPont before, and they said it was wrong. Then I said DuPont, and then they said it was wrong. I'm like, I'm just gonna say D. You know, it's just devastating. It's such a travesty
Yeah.
to say his name wrong. All right. Oh, Mark McElroy said screenshot. So since
Yes.
Mark's here,
Oh,
I'll also do a screenshot. Who wants to do the
very good.
screenshot?
I got it.
You got it? Oh, okay.
You ready? 1, 2, 3. Did it do it?
I don't know. You know what? You know what we can always do? We can always go back and do a screenshot after we watch this again. It doesn't have
Let me
to
do
be
it one more
live.
time.
Sure.
1, 2, 3. All right. I think I got it.
All right.
Oh, I know I did. Yeah. I got it.
All right, good deal. And don't forget too, if you want to help support the show, you can go to iloveppg.com, and that's our merch store. Also, you can look down below the screen here, and there's some merch down there that you can see. We also got the official ClearPropTV shirt. Anything that if you don't want to donate, you can actually just go get a t-shirt, and that helps. We get a couple pennies for every shirt that we get. All right, so it's 8:01. Did everybody say hello in the chat? Say hello to Will so we can give away our t-shirt that Jerry Fly is going to give away. I hope
think
so.
we got everyone.
Everybody gives thumbs up when we're able to give thumbs up. We got 30 people watching, 23 thumbs up. So if you're able to give thumbs up, I know that when I'm watching shows on my phone, it's hard to do thumbs up. I totally understand. So
I know, me
I-
too. Yeah.
I appreciate you guys. Appreciate
the.
I don't see any dislikes, so that's a good thing. But if you don't like, if you want to give us a dislike, I mean that still counts for our metric. So we don't care if it's likes or dislikes. No, we really
No.
we like the likes. We like the likes. I'm not going to say that. We like the likes. We got 31 people, and we're ready to.
Hey,
Greg Laney just jumped on too. So Kevin
that wheel's pretty.
jumped
Oh my
on. Make sure you say hello to Will Fly. And
So we got a couple late entries here.
a couple.
Oh, they're sneaking in.
Dang, man.
We got Wiggly Wing. We got Kelby Cox.
Wiggy Wing.
Wiggy Wing. I don't want to look like a grandpa all the time, but it's Wiggy Wing. How about that?
Hey, if I wear glasses, you gotta wear glasses, Grandpa.
Don't
That's just
have
man.
to.
That's what you just gotta do it.
Don't have to. I mean,
I just take them off for the picture, okay, because the glare. But I mean, so actually, like you're on the show now and everything, but you can't see. Like, can you see me, or am I just a blur? I just want to know.
I can see you fine.
Yeah, I can see you fine.
Lift
No,
Paramotor.
because you're not wearing glasses.
Lift Paramotor just jumped on. No. I can see, but I got to squint a little bit, and it's like.
Oh Lord. Oh, spinning. Okay.
Right.
All
So
right.
so we're gonna do the spinning wheel winning thing, but you guys remember, if you want stickers, I got a lot of ClearPropTV stickers, Paraswag stickers, a whole bunch of really cool stickers, stacks of stickers.
Yeah.
I would love to give them away. If you want some now, just text me and say, hey, I would like a sticker. Just send me your name and your address, and I'll send it out tomorrow so you're going to get stickers. But I'll also bring them to Bad Apples. So,
Okay.
If you want to know my,
spinning?
so there.
Yeah, nice wheel. I love the color on that. On the
Greg
spinning
Laney
wheel.
is in here too. I just put my phone number in the chat. If you don't have it, put it in your phone. Sandra in the Sky is here too.
Okay, that's a new one. That's a new one.
Sandra in the Sky, Greg Laney, Lift Paramotor, Kelby Cox, Lift Paramotor, Kevin Volt, Wiggy Wing, Travis DuPont.
You said it right. And I got confirmation in the chat. We have it in writing from the man himself.
I said it right.
Oh, my
It's not a
God.
travesty anymore. We don't need no more travesties.
Thank
All
you,
right.
chatters. I have to give a shout out to my chatters, my viewers. Appreciate you. Much love. Appreciate you.
Awesome.
Monday night
Okay.
rock. Place to be. There you go.
Awesome. All right. It is 8:05. So, Jerry, are you ready to spin for a shirt?
Yeah.
Are we
I don't
ready?
know how I spin, but yeah.
Will's going to spin. Will's going to spin it for you. Just want to make sure that you are ready since you're the guest.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right,
All right.
guys. Will fly whenever you're ready. Try to let it go for as long as you can. Let's not just have a spin and somebody wins.
I got it greased good. You ready?
Whenever you are, buddy.
Boom.
All right. Who do we think is going to win?
Phil Hawker.
Whoa, Phil, that's awesome.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Phil.
Congratulations, Phil. And of course, now I want to go over to the YouTube so I can watch it again. So that way I can say congratulations, Phil, as soon as it does it over here on the YouTube. Since there's a little bit of a lag. How does Phil get up with you?
I can ship it to him. Just tell him to private message me on Facebook. I can ship it to him or however you like. I got red and blue, and just let me know his size. I got medium, large, and extra large.
Awesome. Congratulations. That is really cool. And thank you so much for giving away a shirt.
Definitely. Actually, hold on. So you can see the back a little bit better. So let me hold this up. So
All right.
Nice color.
the front. You all see that?
Yeah, there we go.
I'm
Alrighty.
spotlighting it. That way you're on, even though we're talking.
Alrighty.
It's not gonna go
All right,
down.
and here goes the back.
All
This
right.
is the back logo. Hold on. Trying to get it to show.
It's showing everything except. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's
Nice.
the back logo. It's a dry fit shirt, moisture wicking. So yeah, it's a really good shirt, really good quality.
Cool. Man.
I also put your YouTube link for Patriot Paramotor in the notes or the description down below. So if you guys wanna go ahead and check that out. Also got not your YouTube, your main Facebook. But you said
Yeah.
that you really haven't done a video in a
Website
while
yet?
on YouTube.
Yeah, I haven't been posting much. Like a lot of times when I go flying, I'm trying to focus on just flying. Now, if I go to the beach or something like that, if it's like, look, I try to do some footage. I actually got a bunch of footage I need to edit and post. But yeah, if we're flying locally, I just, send it with the guys, and I might take some pictures from my camera, but that's about it. I'm just focused on, flying. So.
Awesome. Well, do you have any more time with us, or do you need to go?
Oh no, I'm good. I think the wife is going to be making dinner soon, but yeah, she hasn't said anything yet, so I'm good. I can hang out for a little bit.
All right. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to set up the link that you guys can jump on. We'll do an after show, which is always fun to do. So in the comments, I have put the direct link, which means that if you just click the link, it'll automatically put in the meeting ID and passcode, or I also put in the actual meeting ID and passcode. There is I did turn on the waiting room. So as soon as you jump on, I will have to let you in, because one time we didn't do that and somebody jumped in and it was not a good thing. You guys remember that? I don't want to ever remember that. That was totally awful. So
Yep,
here we go.
I remember.
So join us on Zoom for the after show, which will also still be streaming live. So you guys can jump on, you guys can say whatever you want to, make sure we stay PPG rated. We don't want to, throw the F-bomb out there too much. And we can talk about paramotors until Jerry's ready to go eat.
Yeah, I got another, I think, 15 minutes. The wife just kind of gave me the nod. About 15 minutes. So yeah.
You got 15 minutes, dude.
You know how that goes.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you very much for joining us tonight and being our guest. Learned a bunch of stuff. That's what it's all about. And before we let people in, if you would like to just tell us about your school again, how to get up with you.
Yeah,
That'd be
you can
awesome.
private message me, or you can call me on my phone. But yeah, private message me on Facebook Messenger, Jerry Fly. Go to Patriot Paramotor on Facebook. Facebook, you can message me from that side as well. And yeah, I'll be planning future classes, hopefully with Carolina PPG. We're going to be doing some coalition and possibly Brook too. So me going up there helping out, or them coming down here helping me at Hodges Field where I train from. So, but yeah. It's something we'll plan. I can do weekends, or I can just plan to take off for a 7-day class. So just all about planning. Got to take off from the full-time job to do the passion. So
Exactly. Any other questions on the panel or in the chat that we didn't see before we do our after show and just talk about paramotors?
No more questions.
No more questions. All right. So we are officially in the after show. Jerry, thank you so much, like I said, for being a guest. If you guys want to jump
Thanks for
on,
having
you
me.
guys, oh, absolutely. I mean, it's awesome. And now, because you're on our guest chat, anytime that you want to every Monday night, if you're free, if you have no flying and no school, you're more than welcome to jump on and be our panel members. Matter of fact, anybody
I'd love
that
to.
wants, yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is how we get panel members. They were a guest or somehow hooked up with us. I don't know how they hooked up with us. I mean, Linda's never been a guest, but here she is. I mean,
Exactly.
part of the team. I don't know how she did
I
that.
know. It's been like 2 years now.
Yeah, Brooke was a guest, and he actually gave out free CBD oil for everybody, which was really awesome. And thank you again,
Nice.
Brooke, for that. I know that you probably
Wish I
forgot.
would have missed that one.
I can't believe you missed that one.
Yeah,
Like every
Bro.
Monday night.
bring me some of the bad apples, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now that we're in the after show, what paramotor stuff do we want to talk about? One of the things I would like to talk about, especially since Eric is here, is printing out things 3D on a 3D printer for paramotor stuff. Has anybody done that besides Eric and I? And if you did, what have you made? Eric, have you done anything lately with your 3D printers for your paramotors? I know that you're trying to do the skis and the mounts and stuff. Do those work out?
Yeah, I scrapped the ski one because of weight issues for the strength, and I actually sent them off to a designer to fabricate them up for me, and I'll have them by next winter. As far as 3D printing, we've been doing the chase cams. I'm starting to work a little bit more with the flexible filament, but I haven't. As far as the paramotor stuff, I just do the paramotor chase cam ornaments, not meant for flying, legal stuff there.
What do you mean?
Liability issues.
No, I mean,
So I just say that they're chase cam ornaments. And
oh.
if you choose to put them on your paramotor and fly with them, that is up to you. But liability issues, I don't put them out there as chase cams. But yeah, those have actually, I use mine quite a bit. Jade's used hers quite a bit. Mark McElroy, he has broken his. I sent him out some replaceable parts, but I haven't gotten much feedback from him. I've printed out a few other ones, and I don't think they've used them yet, but they're newer pilots. So,
okay.
but
I
yeah,
haven't used it yet either, Eric. Thank you for sending it to me. I will. I promise.
yeah.
I very rarely use a chase cam. I thought I would use it all the time when I first got it.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's certain times when we want to use them, and there's certain times when we don't want to use them. So
Yeah, I like to use chase cams, but since I found that that magnetic thing that will connect to my wing and show the wing, look down from the wing, that seems to be really awesome. Not only that, but with
cool,
my
yeah.
3D, no, the camera. Is it 3D camera? 360
The
camera.
Insta 360.
360. Yeah. So when I have the 360 camera on a long stick, I can put that way behind me like this and do amazing shots. And I can bring it down underneath and show me flying from, below. So you can see my feet and wing. It's really, really awesome angles. Any crazy angles that you guys
Hey,
have?
Sean, I'm glad you brought that Insta 360 up. What is ways that you have been using it to, like, as far as like, I normally stick mine. That's my favorite camera to use, but I've broke multiple of them until I got this new one with a metal case where it doesn't screw into the actual camera. It screws into the metal case. So I forgot I had it under my leg, and then I like pulled it in and then go in for a landing. My older ones when they first came out, and then I'd come out of my seat to land, and then I would snap the camera off, and it'd fall about 30, 40 feet. So what is ways y'all have been stowing them after the fact? I got to the point on my Pluma, I had the selfie stick like taped and zip tied to my arm, and I would just pull it in. But now I got my new frame. I haven't figured out best way to put it up and stow it when I get done using it.
What I do is the opposite hand. So my right hand is my throttle hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have my Insta 360 on the stick in my left hand. So it's just like having two throttles. So I take off with it. Matter of fact, I turn it on with it kind of out like this, so I can get, me running and, a shot this way as I'm running and inflating. So it gets a really good shot that way. And then once I get up in the air, all I do is go whoop, right? It's still in my hand. Once I get to the height that I want, put it underneath my leg and do some stuff.
So you land with it in your hand like you do with a throttle. That's actually genius. Great idea.
Oh, come on, go on. No, really, go on. No.
Thank you. When I go flying, hopefully, God willing, this coming weekend, I will definitely be doing that.
You can also do too. You can also rivet a little strap that goes around your palm, around your wrist. So rivet, not ribbit like a frog, rivet in a little strap, one of those spongy straps. And that way, if you do let go because you forget it's there, it just dangles down. It's like, oopsies, put it back in my hand, which I would like to do.
I've been sticking it in my jacket if it's cold. I've been sticking it in my jacket, and I had like a little pocket on the inside. So I'd stick it in there and zip it back up. I've been trying to come up with ways, and I try to fit it into the power seat pocket one day. It ain't fitting. So definitely I'm going to do the whole landing with it in my hand thing. That's a great idea.
It's safer. It's safer. And also too, turn it on. Uh-oh. Who was that? Was that Brooke? Brooke's always doing that stuff. And so turn it on with it collapsed all the way in, right? So when you're running and doing your forward inflation or reverse or whatever, with it in your hand like that, even if you do a reverse, right, it's still right here. It's not going to get caught up in anything, which if you put it on your helmet or your frame, it seems like it's always catching. If it's in my hands like a throttle, it's fine. Anybody else have any experiences with 360 cams or?
The 360 cam I have experience with. I just put it on my helmet. It works great. I've never put it on. I've never put it. No. I mean, on occasion, even if I had the GoPro I've had problems with the square GoPro catching my lines when I turn around. And on occasion, I'll get the little snag, but nothing big. On the 360, the Insta 360, it's nice and round and curvy, and even though it juts up just a little bit more, I don't have the same problems I did with the GPS. But I haven't actually taken the stick out and used it. I do want to do that because I'm sure you can get some really good shots with that.
Yeah, I guess you could just keep your stuff.
I got some really good shots with a stick. Like I love the view that it gives you, and then you can just move it to snapshot if you just want a picture snapshot to certain view that you want. So it's really good.
Or you just take a screenshot in post editing. That way you're not losing any possible really awesome videos. Like you stop a video, to take a picture, and all of a sudden your wing collapses, you spin around. It's like, man, I wish this was on video. What the hell? Hey, Will, real quick too on what is that? Hey, Eric, what is that website? Is he gone? Oh, he's gone.
I'm here.
Thingiverse. Yeah,
Thingiverse.
Thingiverse. They do have the square GoPro. They have a round mount that is snag free. That's free to print.
Huh.
So I'll print one out. I thought I had printed one out. I don't know where it is. I'll print one out. Maybe I'll print a couple of them out and I'll bring them to Bad Apples. As a what would you call it? Eric,
It's an ornament. It's
ornament.
Ornament.
Gotcha.
Does anybody have any experience with any larger camera systems, like a DSLR or mirrorless, or
I tried
like
to
a
take my
point and shoot?
DSLR up there, and I was trying to film. I was trying to take pictures. I was zooming in and stuff. There's just too much vibration. It's heavy. I mean, you can take it off with around your neck and go, but when you're trying to do something, you still your brakes, and you're like, the video came out crappy. It was really pissed me off because I spent a lot of money on my DSLR camera with good lenses and stuff like that. It was just kind of bumpy and choppy. It was just horrible, so I never took it up again. That was me. Anybody else with DSLRs or big camera systems?
I think some of the newer mirrorless systems have like built-in like vibration reduction stuff in them, but yeah, for video, it's probably not as good as a GoPro or
You know
something.
what I found out that works the best is I have a chest mount and my cell phone is right there on the chest mount. I put it on wide and I put on record, and it's not in my way. It's not going to get snagged. And I also have my PGPS and my Skyfly High on in the background. So if I need to quickly take a look, I just swipe, see where I am, go back to the video, and that's pretty much all I video is just from my phone, or a chase cam, or what do you call that, Eric? Oh, he's gone again. It's a magnet that you can put on. What is that?
I'm here.
All right, Eric.
Magnetic
It
mount.
is it's a GoPro mount, but it magnetizes between the wing. I liked mine until I moved it and I didn't release the magnet and rip my wing. It does give you good shots.
Is
And as
that the
far as
perspective that we see in your background?
Yeah, that was one of them.
Cool.
That's a
And then
great shot.
as far as the larger cameras, if you have like a flight bag, you could put that. All the mirrorless cameras now are smaller than the old 35 millimeter, cameras. So, and they do have the image stabilization built into them. So, if you had one of those flight packs that has the opening, I don't want to say it, but kind of like a fanny bag. Is that what they called them? I don't know.
I wear a fanny pack because
Fanny pack.
sometimes I need, if I'm flying and it's sunny, right, and I'm going to be flying after dark, I take those off, put them on a fanny pack. So
Yeah.
flying with fanny pack, it's awesome. I don't
But you
want
could put it in there and then, get a decent telephoto lens. And I'm sure that would work. But the only problem is, man, if you drop there, that there goes the minimum of $1,500.
God, I know they're horrible. I mean, I think I spent way too much on mine, but I was
Well-
doing, I don't know.
Well, I think
I do
ideally-
like the session, the GoPro session, that little square thing works great for the one up there for the chase cams. Really awesome. Have you guys tried the DJI Pocket? That's this big. It's like a smaller version of the Osmo. It shoots 4K. It's really amazing. And once again, Jerry, you can keep it in your hand when you're taking off. And now you got the Pocket.
Of course.
Anything else, Austin, Walter, Dweese?
I tell you, the most reliable GoPro I own is that little session. I wish it would take better, have better stabilization and all that, or wish they would somehow come up with something. You turn that thing on and it stays on. You turn a regular
Yeah.
GoPro 8 on and it may or may not be on when you land.
Yeah, I just wish that the session had you could change out the battery, because after a while, that onboard battery does start to lose its
Hey
charge.
guys, I'm gonna have to call it. I appreciate y'all having me. I'm about to go eat some dinner. Finally.
Hey, Jerry, Dave said that now Amanda fed your dinner to the dog, and now there's a turkey pot pie in the freezer for you.
She said a hot pocket.
An uncooked hot pocket.
Yeah, I hear you. But yeah, definitely, I appreciate y'all having me and whatnot. I'll definitely join more for panels and stuff like that. And definitely, hopefully, all y'all show up to Bad Apples. If I haven't met you in person, definitely come hang out and love to meet y'all in person. So
Bad
Thank
apples,
you, Jerry.
man.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good one. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Later, guys and gals.
Because I need it.
Yeah.
All right. I got one person that texted me that wants stickers. So if you guys want stickers, make sure that you text me
Stickers.
with your name and address, and I will send out some stickers tomorrow.
Stickers.
Love stickers.
What's up, Austin?
Austin in the house.
What's up?
Check out my nice Lift Paramotor shirt. Isn't that cool?
That's right.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, Will, whoa.
Like it. I like it.
Thank you.
Nice. You're gonna be at Bad Apples, Austin?
I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. I might.
All right.
I might swing in, but
If you're able to, make sure you come over and hang out with us. Deweese, are you going to be at Bad Apples? Oh, you're on mute, but I don't know. Still on mute.
what is the date on Bad Apples?
Yeah, anybody have that
May
offhand?
13th, 14th, and 15th.
Yeah, we're going to be there.
13th, 14th, and 15th of what?
May.
May. Bad Apples, 13, 14, and 15.
That's my birthday month. Not that I want
Happy
to
birthday.
count them anymore.
That is where I celebrate my birthday because my birthday's on the 14th. So
Oh,
Aw.
okay.
It's not all about you, Eric.
it is. It's all about me.
Oh, it is.
Getting old, Eric.
No, it's all about,
Getting
it's
old,
all
Eric.
about the May birthdays.
Oh,
It's all about me and Eric.
and just so you guys know, if you go to flyindirectory.com, there is all of the fly-ins. So make sure you go to flyindirectory.com so you can see.
If you go to Girls Just Want to Fly on Facebook, it's a new Facebook site.
Yeah.
You can get a list of all the fly-ins too.
Awesome.
Cool website.
They just opened a new website or a new Facebook site.
Yep. I love it.
Yeah,
I was like
it's
all
nice.
over that. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
and
shit.
you can advertise all your stuff and post and whatever you want to.
She's pretty clever, that flamingo girl.
She is. She's pretty flamazing.
What was that again,
Fly-in.
Sean? Fly-in.
Yeah, the fly-in directory, I put it in the show notes. It's the description down below. Fly-in directory. Just go to fly-in directory, and it should bring you up to all the fly-ins. And that's the one that Josh takes care of too. So,
Where is Josh?
If
Haven't
I
heard
don't
from him
know,
in a while.
well, Josh doesn't do the Facebook. He just does
Yeah, I know.
PPG Zone. So
I know.
it's
But
hard
we used to
get
see him on these things once in a while.
when I remember to invite him.
Sean, are we on the after show now, or are we still on the live show? I'm just-
We're doing the after show still live streaming. So
okay.
so anything that you say is going out
Yeah.
there, and
I was like, okay, I just didn't want to, I didn't, you know how I am, like always stirring the
Yeah.
pot. You know what I'm saying?
Linda, you didn't want to use that potty mouth yet.
I know.
How are you, darling?
Good. How are you, sugar?
I'm fine.
Good.
Can't complain.
Sugar.
We just finished our daylight saving. You guys come on and it put me back another hour. Now we finished daylight saving, so I've got to get up 2 hours earlier to look at you guys.
Oh,
Oh,
God, you're losing some of that beauty sleep there.
You're privileged.
Whew.
I thought
Wow.
they were going to get rid of that. Did that ever get any traction or what? Here in the U.S. anyways. Someone put a
I
bill.
don't know. I heard they were going to get rid of it.
I'm all for it, man. It just causes more confusion than anything.
Yeah.
Are they getting rid of?
Getting rid of it, yeah. Just one
Getting rid of what?
daylight savings.
Ah, yes, I heard that. I think it's a good idea.
That'd be nice.
You.
That'd be nice. I'm looking in the chat. It looks like Sander in the Sky has a 3D printer and printed buckles and such. That's pretty cool. Nick Griffiths said, my favorite when I get a charged camera and a good card is my helmet cam. Good
Okay,
stage
who is
shot.
Tango Flies?
Somebody said you looking hot.
I know, I see that. I don't know who that is.
I thought it was Flying Flamingo with another account, but I don't know.
Who she single action for?
Oh, that's that blind guy, Deweese.
He's
Yeah.
blind.
No, I'm just messing.
You gotta be blind.
I don't think I've ever met Tango Flies.
Me either.
Right. And let's see. I also saw Greg Laney said, how hard is it editing the 360 video content? I know 4K is a bear versus 1080, but how does the 360 compare to those two? Well, I have the Insta360 1X or X, whatever it is. It's the older one. It's not the new one. And I do all my editing in my phone, put everything together in iMovie and render it. And then once I render the video, I'll upload it from there. So I basically do everything on the phone. I also have the GoPro Max, which is the 360, and I like to do that also. Everything's just edited in the phone. I don't really do anything on the computer.
When you do those 360 movies, do you put them on YouTube on a separate account, or do you put them on YouTube?
I put them on YouTube, yeah, because they if you don't do anything, if you don't edit them, they usually do about 8 minutes worth of 360, and then they put in a file, then they do another one. So every 8 minutes, it's another file. So what I'll do is I will take that one file that looks good, and I won't edit it. I'll just upload it to YouTube in a 360 format.
And so you can watch it in VR?
Yes. Matter of
Okay.
fact, we're making some training videos like that too, so people can kind of sit in our simulator and put on their VR glasses, and they can see what it feels like to actually take off, what it feels like to fly, and what it feels like to come in for a landing. So the simulator is really, really, really good.
How long does it take you to upload that file? A file like the full 360 file?
Like I said, it's only 8 minutes, and I hit upload on my computer and I walk away. I don't know.
But you don't know how long it takes to upload.
No, I don't want to spend a lot of time editing or a lot of time doing this. I mean, there's just so much for me to do. So I usually will just edit everything on the phone through iMovie, and then just, upload it through my phone, just set it down, hit upload, and walk away. 360 movies, I got to put it on the computer. So I do an airdrop from my phone to my Mac, and then upload it from my Mac. I just walk away. I don't know. Wiggy Wing says, always use the 360. Wiggy Wing on YouTube. We'll have to go there and check out Wiggy Wing. Let's see.
I don't ever shoot any video, hardly.
You
I'm
take
a professional
pictures?
photographer, but I just when I'm flying, I typically just like to fly. I typically I mean, I've got my phone on me, so if you see any photos, it's typically just taken from my phone. But that's about it. Very little video, a few photos here and there, but
That's why I have a chest mount. I just put it on, I forget it, and I just fly, because I'm looking. I love the flight. I don't want to be, filming or taking out this or doing this or whatever, or if I have video camera on, like the one on the wing or a chase cam, I kind of feel like I need to do more to make the video neat or adventurous. I mean, who wants to just see, me flying? No one wants to see that. They want to see wing overs or something crazy. And I really don't want to do that. I really like, like Jerry said, Jerry Fly, our guest, he said he just likes to go up, do cross countries, look at everything, and not really much of doing acro. And acro messes up your wing. The lines stretch. Matter of fact, my first wing that I got was 2019 Roadster 3. And after 300 hours plus a couple of SIV courses, never got it wet or anything, and did a lot of acro. That first year when I sent it in, it failed. The line stretch. I was just doing too much on it and flying all the time. Every chance I got, I went out flying. Greg Laney said DSLRs are better for ground footage. If you want a third-person view taken on and off, just set it up and go. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, which reminds me too, if you set up your 360 in the middle of the field or whatever, turn it on and you take off, remember, you can make it, follow the action because it's 360 degrees. So you can make it follow it, go up and down. So it's like you have somebody actually videoing you when you're on the ground or taking off. Let's see. Who else is in here? What else has anybody said?
John, I was going to say, I like to see you in real life and flying together. That would be good.
Angela Preslick said, Will, you had me when the Bad Apples was canceled for April Fools. Did you do that, Will? Did you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I asked what everyone was going to do since they canceled Bad Apples.
Yeah, Will is a very nasty person. He sent that text out to everybody.
It saves a lot of space at Bad Apples.
Yeah, right.
He just wanted front row parking.
I think Bad Apples was going to be really packed this year, like over 300. Have you guys heard that, or was that an April Fool's joke too?
They said that about Mountain City. They said it was going to be 400 pilots, and that didn't happen.
Mountain City.
They could not fit 400 pilots in Mountain City.
No, they couldn't.
No freaking way, man.
I guess you won't know what Bad Apples brings until Bad Apples comes around, and
right.
I think just everybody's guessing right now.
I don't think you could launch 400 pilots in Mountain City.
Yeah,
I don't think so either.
That's because with the wind directions, every pilot would be going in a different direction.
Yeah.
Boy, that's the truth.
Yeah. I was taking off this way. As I was taking off this way, somebody over there was taking off this way. I'm like, how does that even work? So,
well, if you look down the field at all the flags, they were all pointing in different directions the further you've gone down.
Yeah.
The first time I ever flew in Mountain City, on the ground, like literally on the ground, like 3 feet, it was blowing a completely different direction, completely opposite as 15 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And your wing is 15 feet up. So it's blowing this way down here, and you try to go up this way, but you got a tailwind. It's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, it's tricky. It's a tricky place to launch.
Somebody said, Will owes you money because he canceled his flight.
Oh,
You hear that, Will?
Yeah, Eric will cover that.
Tango Flies says that because he canceled his airplane tickets to Bad Apples, that you owe him that money.
Oh, no.
Stand up guy. Now that we settled that.
Kelly Cox said last year is 325. I think it was 326, but whatever, we're close.
I mean, there's two schools of thought on that. I mean, either it's going to be like wide open, busy, or it was because of the COVID thing and the pent-up demand that caused it to be so busy last year. So it'll be interesting to see how it happens, or to see what happens.
Yeah, Kelby Cox, you going to be at Bad Apples? John Wayne?
Kelby did say he was going to be there. He only lives an hour away, so he said he was going to show up.
Who's going to make it to Bad Apples? I think that we need to have a little area for all the ClearProp folks, just like we did last year. That was so much fun. I had so much fun at Bad Apples. My God.
Yeah, and as soon as I took off, I mean, I flew for about 10 or 15 minutes. I wanted to get back because that's where the action was. You know, that's where the
Bad
fun
apples?
had.
Bad apples?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I really enjoyed landing early and then watching everybody coming in or flying around when the sun was setting. Now that was fantastic. Seeing all those wings up there, the sun was setting, beautiful, orange and red sky. You know what? I mean, honestly, that was probably the best time I've had all last year was Bad Apples. I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
I did too.
Can't
And
wait.
although the Mountain City, even though the winds were ridiculous, I had a great time there. So
I had a great time.
I did
I got
more.
to meet all y'all.
I know.
I
That's
got to
where
meet you guys.
That's
Yeah.
where you got your new trike too. Got it all.
Yeah.
set up.
Yeah. Got my new trike there. Got it put together. Yeah. I
Yep.
got to meet all y'all. Yeah. That was so
Aus-
cool.
Austin, there's some people in the chat. They want to know where you're from. They don't recognize you.
I know.
Who do we
I
got?
gotta send Austin. I have to send your friend request because I'm like, oh, new guy. Okay.
yeah.
I'm from North Carolina. I'm in Winston-Salem.
Okay. All right.
I used to live in Fayetteville in North Carolina.
Don't cry.
I know nobody cares, but
You survived.
I got out of the military. I was over in Camp Lejeune, stayed over in there for a while, and found a really good computer job over at Fayetteville at Methodist College. One of the most fun times I ever had in my life working at a college.
So do you fly? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Deweese.
Do you fly with Will very much, Austin?
We've
Are you
flown
over
a
there
few
close
times
enough?
together. Yeah, we've flown small handful of times together.
Have you?
Yeah, we
Like,
flew
you're
up to
close.
Pilot Mountain and then the airstrip there in Mebane.
Mhm.
I don't think we've flown the sod farm yet, though, have we? The big sod farm with Alan and
No, I don't think so. We flew. Well, you didn't fly, but you were there. What, 2 months ago over in
Pilot Mountain.
no, the little private strip.
Oh
that
yeah,
Dave
yeah,
runs
yeah,
into.
yeah. That's right. I didn't because my I hurt my leg.
Yeah.
That's right.
Now,
Yeah,
Austin,
Austin taught me how to spot satellites going over. We spent
Oh.
some time watching satellites. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good time.
that was
fun.
cool.
Austin, now tell the truth. You have flown with them, and that's enough. You're good.
Yeah.
I flew with them once, and I never want to fly with them again.
Austin, just a quick question. I missed the early part of the show. You may have said, what is Lift Paramotor?
So Lift Paramotor is a school I started pretty recently. So it's I'm doing training and some gear sales. So
Okay.
yeah.
And
Well,
you
since we're live, go ahead and tell us a little bit about Lyft real quick, and how can we get up with you and your school name and number and all that stuff.
Yeah, so you can go to my website. My website is liftparamotor.com. You can email me, just austinjoffe@gmail.com. You can call or text at 336-416-9131. And yeah, I mean, if you're looking for training, let me know. If you're I am working with Power to Fly, PAP, Ozone, BGD, Parajet, so Mini Plane, a lot of the main brands. So
You teach trike and foot launch, or just foot launch?
just foot launch right now. Yeah, I'm hopefully soon I'm gonna have somebody else on board that's gonna work with more of the trike stuff. So
Yeah.
he currently he has an N numbered exciter and I don't know much about it, but I think there's only a few of those in the U.S. that are legal right now. I think you have to have your sports pilot's license to fly them.
Is that like a powered parachute?
Yeah, kind of. It actually uses a paraglider just like we use, but it's he currently has it's a dedicated Gen paraglider for that unit.
Yeah.
But it's but you can really put anything on it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got your training from Noah Rashetta, didn't you?
Yeah. Me and Darren and Sean Hull, we all went out together and got it knocked out. It was really fun.
Sean's my mechanic. Man, he knows his stuff.
Yeah. It's a good dude.
Awesome. Well, thanks. That's good to know. And if people are over in North Carolina and want to find someone that can train them, well, boom, Lift Paramotors.
I always wanted to fly Pilot Mountain. That's a pretty cool looking place.
Yeah. It is pretty cool, and it's pretty easy to fly. There's a campground kind of right below it, and he'll let you fly out of there. He charges a small fee, but it's like it's a 5-minute flight, like right up to the top of it. So
yeah, and everywhere it doesn't matter where you are at that campground, you can see Pilot Mountain.
Yeah. That's a pretty cool looking place.
Yeah,
it is. No doubt.
And JP's not on at the moment, but North Carolina is the first flight.
yeah. I've flown at the First Flight Airport in the Memorial down there. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to go over there and fly that eventually too.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. If you're
Will keeps telling us, and JP doesn't like it. I thought I'd throw it in. Hey, Will.
No, he's from Ohio, Austin, so he's
and you know, when Will Fly gets us all North Carolina t-shirts to wear, you know who the mastermind is. It's Will Fly.
That was a preemptive strike.
Did you send one to JP, Will?
Oh, what was that, Walter?
Did you send a shirt to JP?
I don't think I did.
But he'd use it for kindling or something and burn it. He'll use it to wipe down his paramotor or something.
When is JP's birthday? Now that's what you need to do. Send him a birthday present.
We all need to send him a North Carolina something on his birthday.
Yeah.
He'll love us even more, won't he?
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
Hey, what kind of props do you guys use, and what props have you used, and which props do you actually like the best? I'll go first. I've had both the Helix prop. I've had the what are those really light ones?
E-props.
The E-props, yeah. So I had a 2 E-prop, and then I got a 3 E-prop, and then I also got a Vortex Aero multi-hole different motors. It looks like a Helix, acts like a Helix, but it's only $298, and it's freaking awesome. So I'm a Helix guy. It seems like it has more thrust. How about you guys?
I have a Helix. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I use both. I've got a 140 Helix and a 140 E-prop. So.
Was that Randy?
That's Randy taking over my computer. He's gonna he wants to show you the one that I here unplug you.
Is it up there?
Yeah.
What's the you said 140?
Yeah.
What is that on?
That's on a PAP 10-ox 1500.
Okay.
So it's got the larger hoop.
I gotcha.
Yep.
Helix that's not a complete Helix, is it? Nope.
I got a semi-complete Helix also that I decided to foot drag a rocky road, a gravel road, and I will never do that again because I lost my Helix.
Yay!
What's up,
There's my-
Kate? Flying Flamingo, just
Okay.
wanna.
Y'all see it?
No, we see your roof. We see
Down
the
a little.
roof. Got to go down a little bit.
Damn, look at
Very
Down,
pretty.
Pan down, boys.
not up, down.
Oh, damn.
Down, 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 down. Keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on going. A little bit
Oh,
more.
stop.
Right there.
Go, go, go. Okay.
Chug, chug, chug. I know, right?
Anyway.
Thank God
No,
we
you
didn't have to do left or right. That would have been real.
can't.
confusing.
You cannot see that.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
see it. See it fine.
Oh, wow.
It says Helix on it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Anyway, that's the first one that I destroyed.
That's pretty. Yeah.
Did you guys know that Rick Symons does a really good job at fixing props? He puts a really nice cover over it and balances
Oh,
it.
there it is.
So you can go to paramotorfans.com and it forwards over to Rick Symons' Facebook, and he does amazing job at fixing props. You think that it can't be fixed? He can fix it, and it's amazing. Matter of fact, when I get brand new props, I send it to him so he can make it even better because he'll balance the new ones. It's amazing. Rick Symons, paramotorfans.com.
So how much of the prop can be missing?
Apparently a lot.
it. Could be it.
You can have like half the prop gone, sliced up, destroyed. He's like, no problem, I'll fix it.
How far out are your new props when he balances them? As he told you?
He balances them, and he not only does he repair them, but then he puts a nice cover, not a cover, like a wrap.
Wrapping.
He does a wrap around it, the whole wrap, not just the tip,
Yeah.
not
The whole
just the
thing.
leading edge, but the whole thing, and it's
Yep.
beautiful.
Like an
So-
epoxy or something?
I
Some
don't
kind
know what he
wrap-
uses. I
Wrap
don't know.
vinyl.
Yeah, it's kind of like a wrap vinyl.
Yeah,
I'm
clear
not
vinyl.
sure. Not sure how he does it, but the E-prop that I had, it kind of vibrated, never really worked really well. I had a little ding in it, so I sent it to him, and he sent it back, and it looks better than new. And when I put it on, there was no vibration. It was the best prop I ever had. I just sold it to one of my students too. Damn it. I really like that prop.
I like Helix. Helix props are good.
I like Helix, but remember Vortex Aero, they have a Helix type that's a lot cheaper than a actual Helix. So check
Well,
out.
I have to try one of those after. I've got one right now. I've got a Helix that's with Kyle Oakley right now. He's repairing one for me right now.
Awesome.
And then I've got one on my machine right now. On my
Awesome.
Paramotor.
Awesome. What were you trying to show us? I couldn't see.
The one that's on my wall, that's the first one I tore up. It was actually belonged to Gorilla. It was on his machine and I tore it up.
I don't
Towards
think
machine
I'm
up.
gonna.
Tore his
able to-
machine up too.
Hmm.
What was that, Austin?
I was trying to show you a picture of that Exciter trike, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Is there a good way to share photos on here?
Yeah, just go to share and you should be able to share whatever you want to. I'm going to try to find that Vortex Aero real quick for you guys. So you
Got
can
a
see.
guy, a local guy here. He's always kind of pushing Vortex Aero, but I mean, it's good to know you've had a positive experience with it. I understand it gives more thrust
Yeah.
than comparable Helix.
Yeah, I didn't know there was anything other than E-prop and Helix other than a wood prop.
Yeah, let me go ahead and share it real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. So if you go to vortexaero.com and you click on the props, I mean, they have everything. I mean, they are really a big
Cover.
a thing, but
Let me
here-
show us one. 269 Corsair. Black Devil Corsair.
so you got your 130 for the Moser 185 for 289. And the difference is, as you can see right here, you have the different holes for Moster 185 and, you know, for something else. I'm not sure. I just use it for Moster 185. They got the E-props too.
Maserati, Most 185.
I mean, that's over $100
Oh,
cheaper.
Pelini's got one.
Yeah, look at this for your Pellini is only $249. Like I said, I got myself a 3-blade E-prop, but I don't know why. It just has a weird harmonics. Has anybody else had a 3-blade prop?
I did. I did fly in for church truck.
I've heard that
Yes.
same thing about the prop or the 3
Oh, yeah, Vortex Aero. If you haven't seen them, check it out. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your mind. If you go to the exhaust, they have an actual exhaust replacement for the Moster 185, and it doesn't need. It has a the flange that you got to like replace on a Vitarazi. You don't have to replace it on this. This is a permanent flange, and I've never had any problems. All the motors that I ever got, I replaced it with this, and I had no problem. So shout out to Vortex Aero and your amazing exhaust.
Is
How about the coating?
360?
How about the coating on that? Does it, do you get a lot of discoloration?
It started to say, yeah, it's starting to flake off a little bit.
Did you answer that?
But you know,
Oh,
I just really like it.
no, I did it on Jade's.
What are you doing, Dwayne?
I like being competition.
I'm
like
sorry.
that.
Get it ceramic coated before you put it on, Will, if you buy one.
Yeah, so I dig the Vortex Aero's props for less than $300, and their exhaust is a lot better than the Vitarazi that actually comes with it. So just saying, that's my thought. That's what I've been using for the last 2 or 3 years, and you know, they're amazing. My first motor had a Vortex Aero exhaust on it. Had a Moster 185 Classic. Yeah.
Have you had any experience with the ceramic coating Walter was talking about?
I have not. Walter, what's the ceramic coating you're talking about?
Well, the ceramic coating, what it does is it not only coats the outside, it coats the inside as well.
Of the exhaust?
So, yes.
Really?
Now, ceramic, what it does, it was actually invented for heat, and what it does in an exhaust, it keeps the heat inside, so you can almost touch the outside or get close to it. It is hot, don't get me wrong, but the heat stays inside, and what it does, it promotes better burning of the fuel.
I wonder if it helps also too, in case your wing touches it, it won't burn your wing. Because
No, it is hot, but you can put your hand closer to it and you don't feel the heat, but it is hot, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. But basically what it does is it keeps the exhaust temperature and everything inside, and allows more burning and gives you better fuel economy and more power. It was actually discovered by someone in the government over there. Your government vehicles, they used to take the manifolds off and HPC coat them for longevity so they don't rust. This is like your metal manifolds. And they found that they picked up fuel economy and horsepower through doing that. And it was
And what is it called? Ceramic coating?
Ceramic coating, HPC coating, hot coat. There's all different companies that do it, but yeah, anyone that does ceramic. And my exhaust, I did it in like, it looks like stainless steel on the outside. You can get black, you can get different colors.
Is it something that you can do yourself, like spray it on, or is it something a company does?
No, you send it somewhere. Like I had my whole Rotex exhaust done and a couple other little bits and pieces. It only cost me just over $200. Basically, it's it's a dipping process, and then they allow it to harden, and then they ceramically bead it with beads of ceramic in air, and it goes inside and out, and it's the same inside, all finished, beautiful, and it will never rust. I get a little bit of coloration right up near the exhaust where it comes out, but other than that, it doesn't change color like chroming or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing some searches on it. Seems like there's a lot of stuff out there, lots of videos on it and
Yeah.
how to paint it yourself. But
Yeah, you probably can do it yourself, but the actual finish of it, if you want a shiny finish, they put it in like a box with ceramic beads, and then they hit it with air, and they fly around, and it just like pings it all and comes up shiny and tough. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for that.
especially if you got, for your exhaust, I think it would make a big difference. You wouldn't get any binding happening at the bush, right, because of the coating.
Mhm.
Look into it. I think it's a great product.
Says
It's
with-
used a lot in motor racing. It's used a lot in motor racing to give you more horsepower. And
Yeah, it says that
just
can
making
withstand
it
exposures to temperatures up to 1,000+ degrees Celsius. So
Yeah.
I guess you can throw that on the sun and it'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah, well, that's why it's good for exhaust. That's what I'm
Interesting.
saying. Yeah.
See, and this is another reason why I love to do the podcast, and have you guys jump on and guest. Every single time I do this, I learn something new. I had no idea about the ceramic stuff. Has anybody else heard about the ceramic stuff, or am I just the only one that was like, what? Where's this coming from?
Heard about it, but I haven't done a whole lot of research, and I haven't been too interested. I just don't know much about it, though.
I might have to look into that. That's
One of the
really
guys
cool.
here has done that, but I don't know anything about it. It sure sounds good. Nick said it was called Cerakote.
Yeah, same thing. That's probably someone that manufactures, does the actual process.
Dewey says Walter knows his crap.
Dewey's, I hate to say it, but I'm nearly 66, and I hope my mind still works and memory and all of that stuff. And being around motor racing, you see a lot of stuff which you can convert over to the air, over to aviation. Vice versa, a lot of the stuff we use is aviation. The funny thing was, I built my aircraft, and as you know, it's got a body on it with aluminium, and it's held together with Zuss fasteners. I don't know if you know what they are. And all the aviation guy goes, "Oh, where did you get that? Where did you get those fittings?" And I said, "They come from aviation." They're actually used, in aviation for hatches and lockdown stuff. Some have got little winglets where you don't need a screwdriver, nothing. Just grab it, turn it, and you can open your side pod or something like that.
Nick Griffith in the chat said that it is great for guns. Any color is about $300 for an exhaust. I'm definitely going to have to look into that and talk more about that too. Definitely.
$300. He's probably talking car exhaust, because that's about the price here. You'll pay for like V8 exhaust, getting, your manifolds, your tune length pipes, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to look into that.
Is about $300.
How about as far as like making your silencer even silenter? Because even though I repack my silencer every year, the damn thing is loud. The Atom 80 is almost so quiet you don't even need to put on earmuffs or anything. But man, that Moster 185, even with repack silencer, I got to have like my noise canceling earbuds and ear muffs over it, and it works out, but man, it's still loud as hell. So have you guys figured out how to make your Moster 185 or your Paramotor quieter than it is out of factory. How about you, Austin? Have you heard of anything of making your silencer even silenter?
No, I've repacked my silencer, and that is one thing that I will never do again. I will probably just buy another one. I've rebuilt my entire Moster, but packing that silencer and dealing with those rivets was such a pain in the ass for me.
Really?
Yeah. So
Was it drilling out the rivets or re-riveting them or what?
it was re-riveting and just.
Really? Maybe you had the wrong size rivets, because my rivet gun was like a $10 rivet gun that I got over at Harbor Freight, and it came with a ton of different size rivets. So I had to figure out which size rivet worked the best. And once I did, man, it's like pop, 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 no problem.
So one of the things about the rivets is on those, they want you to use the steel rivets. I don't know if you've had any problems. If not, I'm sure it's fine. But like they're like big giant steel rivets.
I used the regular ones and I didn't have any problems with it.
Yeah, so I got those. Those are most or Vitter Hodges uses, and I got those from Sky Sports. But but I mean, yeah, I mean they're loud. I think I heard something like 65-70% of the noise actually comes from your prop instead of the actual exhaust or the motor itself.
I was able to fly an electric one, the SP140.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Neil is going to be on our show, and he's the one that let me fly his machine. And revving it up, even though it's electric, it was loud. You still need to have earmuffs and stuff, but and the thrust was insane. Had an hour battery on it, so that's something that I'm thinking about getting in the future is an electric paramotor. I'll just have to get 2 hour batteries because I really do like to fly. I wonder if
Sean, do you reckon you could fly that on eco and it would be enough?
Fly it on what?
Oh, what do they call it? Cool mode?
The eco mode,
Sport mode.
Oh yeah, I had it on sport mode. I just love the thrust. I put it on sport mode just to see what it did. I'm like, whoa, this is awesome. But once you get up there and you throttle back, you could probably stay up there a lot longer, especially if you have a really efficient wing and you're not on the heavy side of your wing. You should be able to go up there. I got a Gin Vantage 3. It's a hybrid. It's not a skin hybrid. It's an actual motor mountain hybrid. So during midday, I take that one up, turn off my motor, and I use it as my midday flyer. It's really lifty, and I can stay up there for a long time. I would like to take the electric paramotor up there with my Gin Vantage and see what it feels like midday.
Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of great things to say about those open PPGs. And I've talked to Paul, the guy that's putting those together. He's still kind of working stuff out with them, but they're great. I mean, there's a lot of advantages to those. I mean, you can say goodbye to maintenance. You can. I mean, you can. There's a lot of good things about them. So,
and if you have solar panels on your house, then you can just plug it into your solar panel, so it's not even cost you anything to charge.
You can fly high with them. You're not going to lose power as you climb.
Oh yeah, no carburetor. That's right.
Right, but you only have an hour, but that's not full power. Trying to get up to 10,000 feet. However,
you'd get up there quick.
If you had a trike, right, you can put more weight on it. So I wonder if you can put a trike on it, like the extension, maybe the retractor trike or something like that, right? And then somehow wire, another battery to the frame itself, like to your trike frame. And then once that dies, you just flip a switch and it switches over to the new battery. So you have another hour's worth of flying.
You can, I believe, you can daisy chain those batteries. You can just hook one right up to the other, and so that it just operates like it's one battery. I think the problem is like where are you going to put it?
Well, yeah, I mean, underneath your seat.
On a
Yeah,
trike.
On a trike underneath your seat, yeah. So I mean, there's lots of
especially on a trike. Foot launch, you're looking at a lot of weight. But
Yeah.
But launch that wasn't all that bad. However, you know, I mean, that was an hour battery. I don't know what the half-hour battery feels like because he decided he wanted to get the full hour, which I wish I would have had. I wish I would have stayed up there. I wish we would have charged it fully. I would have got up there and see how long it actually lasted. But maybe Neil can come over sometime this summer, and I can go fly his electric paramotor, and I'll let him use one of our school's paramotors, so that way he can still fly with me.
So
Yeah.
the thing with those batteries too is first couple of charges, it like goes into the battery and it takes 2, 3, 4 charges before you get like full charge. So, you know, by now he'd know exactly how much he's getting out of it. It'd be interesting to know what flight time you could get out of it really by shutting it down and just cruising along, getting a bit of lift, you know. You'd probably
well, they'll
get a
teach you how to
couple of
thermal.
hours. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a really good that'd be a really good one for midday thermaling. Get up really high and just float around.
Especially midday, yeah, it'd be good for that.
Yeah.
How many of you guys actually fly longer than an hour at a time?
I top off my my 5-gallon tank and I go up and fly for at least 2.5 hours. Well, I say 2 hours because I have 2.5 hours worth of fuel the way I fly. So I want to land at 2 hours. That way I always have 30 minutes of oops. And I glad that I did that because one day the wind switched on me.
Mhm.
And flying back, I was in a headwind. And I landed with just I landed still with power. But when I looked at the tank, I couldn't see anything. I mean, I was on fumes. So I think always having the oops factor is smart because you never know. But yeah, 2.5 hours.
Did you say you're on an Adam 80?
No, I have an Adam 80 and I have the SkyTap Angel. And the SkyTap Angel, I have a 5-gallon tank on it.
Oh, okay.
So the Moser 185 has a 5-gallon. The Adam 80 has what, 11 or 12 liters? So not quite 5 gallons.
But let me tell you something, Sean, about that. With the Adam 80, I think it was a 2.5 hour flight. It was like probably my longest flight. And it was just so enjoyable. Just one thing after the other. It was just like, oh, that looks really cool. I just traveling all over. I got home, I got back to my LZ, the airport, and I'm on, my final approach there. And just as I go to hit the kill switch, I run out of fuel.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Just as I go to, oh my God, and instantly I knew what it was,
Wow.
But I thought I had plenty of fuel based on my calculation, but it's all dependent on how you fly, how aggressive you are with that throttle. Apparently I was pretty aggressive that day.
Also depends on your weight too, your wing, are you trimmed out? Are you on speed bar? Are you full throttle? Are you just cruising? I mean, so many different variables.
But I learned a good lesson there. I don't rely on one particular thing to determine how much time I have in my tank. I do some basic calculations mentally. Just like everyone else does, but nothing beats that little mirror and check-in and making sure.
Do you have a mirror?
I do.
I have a little mirror on a little, extendable thing that I keep in my fanny pack, my grandpa pack, but when you're flying, nobody cares if you have a fanny pack. So, but it's really awesome to have a little fanny pack. I'm building a paramotor. I'm trying to do it in 3D printed. And I'm also building a trike too, that I'm going to try to put a 4-stroke motor on and see if that will work. I figure with the wing, that's all you need. As long as I'm connected to the wing, I don't care what happens. I can do anything I want to with the power. Did you see that one lady that had that big long stick with the electric paramotor or the electric thing that just pulled her up. That is amazing. I really want to build one of those that she built.
There's a guy who is just learning how to fly. I think he's got a Gravity Defiant. I think that's what that is. Is that right? Sound right? Is that a thing?
Sounds like it. Gravity something.
Yeah. But he's also building one of those. It's like they call it like a blimp drive motor. So
yeah,
it's got like you said, it's a pole and it's got two motors, and they just you put it in front of you and you attach it to your harness from the front, and it just pulls you forward. So
and as long as the blades are far enough away that your fingers can't touch, it's like you really don't need anything to put around it. I mean, that lady didn't, and she did great forward inflation on it too.
Yeah.
Hey, Tango wants to know if DeWeese models.
Well, of course she does.
She flicks her hair like she does.
She goes, me model? Well, not professionally, but of course I do.
Tell Tango that I flick my hair like JS flicks hair like I do.
You taught her a thing or two, huh?
I figured Tango was Tony. I done figured that one out.
How many people we have? We only have 13 viewers, so it's 9:16. So, we lost a lot of people here. So, how about this? How about we kill the live stream? If you guys want to jump on, Whisper Jet America is on. So welcome, Whisper Jet America. I didn't see that you were here. Let me go back up and see if there's anybody else. Tommy Sutherland, Nick Griffith, Deweese, of course, Will Fly. Looks like it's just us in here and a couple of other people. John Wayne. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. If you want to jump on and do a little bit behind the scenes, I think we'll stay on for maybe, I don't know, 10 more minutes after we kill the live stream, just to talk privately. If you guys wanna join us, let me go ahead and put the invitation in again, and we're gonna kill the live stream. We had a great time. Jerry Fly, amazing guest. So thank you very much. He had to go eat dinner, else he'd probably still be chatting with us. And I will put the link to the chat. You guys want to chat with us? Just go to your Zoom. And it's in the chat right now. The meeting ID and passcode. Come on in, chat with us. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and call it a live streaming night. We're done. So y'all have a great evening. We love you guys. We appreciate y'all. Let's go ahead and say goodbye to everybody on the panel. Will Fly from Will Fly PPG. You've helped us out tonight. Thank you very much. You're still on mute if you wanted to chat with us. You're still on mute. I'm not. There you go. You helped us out with the spinning wheel of winning things. We definitely appreciate you doing that. If we want to get up with you on YouTube and watch your flying shenanigans, how do we get up with you, bud?
The easiest way is just visit willflyppg.com.
Dairy Queen.
And Dairy Queen. I hear you, Randy.
He heard you.
Luis has a very good microphone. We can hear everything in the background. we heard him scratch his butt earlier. I'm like, oh, that's somebody scratching their butt. Oh my God, I can hear that.
I have to put some duct tape on his mouth.
My goodness. You need to put yourself on mute when you do that stuff. This is a family show.
Sorry.
Hit rated PPG here, guys. My God.
Oh my God. So funny.
If you want to be on our show, make sure you get up with Linda Anderson over at ParamontUSA.com. She also has a very famous son that does a podcast on Thursday. Tell us about that, Linda.
Robert Michael, paraglidingchuck.com. Thursday night, be there or be where.
Paragliding talk.
Everybody knows that one.
Paraglidingtalk.com. That's right, Walter. You know it.
Well, we definitely appreciate you, Linda. She's booked up this entire month for us of April. I think that she's even starting to work on next month as far as guests are concerned. So if you want to be a guest, definitely go to paramomusa.com. It forwards over to her Facebook.
Yeah.
Her name is Linda Anderson. Just say, hey, Linda, I want to be on PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast, ClearPropTV.com, paratalk.org, and whatever else we do on the side. I don't
He
know.
has talent.
Absolutely. There you go. That's how I roll.
That's how you roll. Deweese, do you
Get
got
it done.
are you doing any videos at all? I think I saw a video of you that was freaked me out a wee bit, but
Yeah, well, I hope to be doing some videos shortly. I've got Deweese Milstead on YouTube
yeah.
and on Facebook, and then I've got Instagram is WheezyRN and TikTok WheezyRN.
Oh, that's right. I need to do TikToks. I always forget about TikToks and Instagram and Snapchat.
Yeah.
It's like just Facebook and YouTube. That's all I do. I guess I need to branch out a little bit.
Branch out, expand.
Branch out and
I'm a grandpa. I'm
tackle,
set in my own ways. You know what
tackle JP and Jade. Sean.
Walter, have you flown yet, or are you still waiting to get your machine working?
Yeah, I'm still waiting. I got some parts. Had to modify one of my disc brakes. So
Gotcha. Well, I can't wait to see some flying and stuff. So, just let us know whenever you get your craft up in
you'll know.
in the air. Good deal.
You'll know.
We also got Austin over here from Lift Paramotors. Tell us a little bit about how we can get up with you over at Lift Paramotor.
Yeah, you can visit the website, liftparamotor.com. You can find me on Instagram. I don't use Facebook too much. I find that Instagram serves me a little bit better. But on Instagram, you can find me at Lift Paramotor, Lift_Paramotor, or Austin Jaffe Photo. So,
Or what?
Austin Jaffe Photo.
I thought you said awesome. Awesome jockey photo. All right. Good deal. Definitely appreciate you all. You can always find me at ppggrandpa.com, which is over here. You can always find me at ppggrandpa.com, iflyparamotors.com, and of course our merch store over at iloveppg.com. Little hearts. All right, so you guys stay here. Don't go anywhere. We're going to kill all the live streams. And once again, we appreciate you. Don't forget tomorrow, go over to ppglear.com. On Wednesday, over at paramotorgirl.com. And on Thursday, paraglidingtalk.com. Love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great one. See you in a week. Peace out. So we are going to kill the audio.
Say, Will.
See you, Randy.
You guys stay here. We're just killing the audio stuff. So peace out, audio people that are listening to us on Amazon, on Amazon Prime, on Audible, all your favorite podcasting apps. We are there.
Hey, Randy wants to be heard, not seen.
Mission accomplished.
Definitely. So we're going to kill our audio stream. Bye, audio stream peeps. Bye. Love you. Smooches. And now we're going to kill our live stream on YouTube. So everybody that's still there, we put in our meeting ID and passcode to Zoom. If you don't have Zoom, just download Zoom and put in our meeting ID and passcode. You can hang out with us for about 10 more minutes because Grandpa needs his beauty sleep. This doesn't come naturally. I mean, I got to work on this.
Got to work at it. Huh?
God.
Man, you got to get that hair flip thing down pat, though.
Oh my goodness, dude! Look at this. I got serious.
My God.
Look at this.
Hey, man.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
Wow. Holy moly.
So yeah, I'm letting it grow out because I think I want to try something. Have you
You
guys
can't
ever?
flick it as good as I do.
That's all right.
Hey,
You gotta
we're
learn how to
keeping this
flick it.
PPG rated. Come on now. All right, so we're gonna kill the live stream. Make sure you guys check out tomorrow over at ppglear.com and Wednesday at Paramotor Girl, and of course Thursday at paraglidingtalk.com. You always find me at iflyparamotors.com. I can't believe no one got iflyparamotors.com. That's all I got. I had to, it's just one of those things. So see y'all. Have a great one, and thank you again for watching.
Just say.
Peace.